Woo. I don't give a fuck about none of these hoes. Off top, let me make shit clear. Let me make shit clear. Off top, let me make shit.
Hello again, and welcome to my channel. Welcome back. I am Alexis, the Pisces. That is a new, updated channel name. It was the King Rudy. I will get into the why of the change at a later time. But today, since I was getting pressure about this, today is my first cooking vlog. So I'm excited. I did do a poll on Instagram asking what meal I should prepare out of these two options: fried chicken, veggies, rice, and cornbread, or some type of pasta and a salad, which would have been stuffed shells. But I woke up this morning and I have no desire to cook either of those things for dinner. I am going grocery shopping just for the rest of the week for me and my household. But next week I am doing a grocery store haul because next weekend is Memorial Day weekend, and I am like a big holiday cooker. Especially now that I've had kids, I really just want to be into the holiday cooking. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I'm headed to Giant Eagle. That is my favorite grocery store. People be like, you crazy, but I just find so many gems in there, and I do get discounts. I do have a Giant Eagle card, so fuel perks, all of that. So and I may try to also go to Sam's Club, but I'm not sure about that. So y'all riding along with me through this whole process, and I'm really trying to have my vlogs a lot shorter. I know I'll be making movies, y'all. And so I decided now, you know, that I am a new YouTuber, I really feel like I should just be kind of like more to the point. I don't got to show y'all that out the gate. So stay tuned. I'm really excited. As you see, my nails are not done, which is very rare. But yes, I did a soak off, and I'm just kind of giving my nails a break. And I actually need a new nail tech, which is another conversation that me and y'all gotta have. Lord, if you listening, send me an angel. Okay, so yes, so let's get right to this. I swear, y'all, we not doing a movie today, so stay tuned. We on our way to the grocery store. It's stressful. But yeah, I'll see y'all when I get in the car. All right, guys, it is 12:30 p.m. It is a couple hours after the grocery store. I am just cleaning my chicken for lunch and my dinner with water, white vinegar, and lemon. Make sure you clean your meat before you cook. For my onions, dicing them, I just cut the onion in half and cut down like lines across the onion, then turn it on its side and cut down. And then I usually get the nice diced pieces. But we're on to our chicken prep for dinner. I coat both sides with avocado oil before I season. And all of my ingredients will be listed in the description box below. So I'm starting with the Lawry's seasoning salt. Whatever corners I don't get, I do have to massage the chicken before I add the buttermilk. So it would be no problem missing them now. But definitely try to distribute evenly. You don't want some pieces, saltier than the other. Next, we have our garlic powder. The adobo all-purpose seasoning. Black pepper, of course. And I did add onion powder at the last minute. I don't have onion powder out, but I did use some. Cayenne pepper. And Old Bay. It does seem like I'm using a lot of seasonings, but because they are sitting in buttermilk for a few hours, and I'll also be seasoning my flour, so you do want to be liberal, but not, too much. But yes, flip the chicken and repeat the process on the other side. Then I add it in a Ziploc bag and pour in my buttermilk. I want to say it's about a cup or two. I didn't really measure. I don't do a lot of measuring unless it's something new that I'm trying or something that I know is, I have to be careful with. So I add in Red Devil hot sauce and a couple dashes of Tabasco sauce. I have my veggies cut. My tomatoes are from my salad with my quesadillas. That's what's for lunch. And the onions are going to be sauteed with the tenders. So we just do black pepper, adobo, seasoning, accent, which is low in sodium, garlic powder, and our Ortega taco seasoning, the hot and spicy. I do season it a little bit before I drain the meat. But I am using a new taco sauce, which tasted a little salty when I tasted it right out of the container. So I won't be using any more Ortega seasoning. So for our lettuce, I have it washed with our Fit Organic fruit and vegetable wash. I clean all of my fruit and veggies with that wash. Make sure you get some of that. And then I just slice up my lettuce, and the size is at your discretion. So I put in my avocado oil, and I probably put a little too much oil in for, what I need, but we'll make do. A couple scoops of garlic butter. And you want that pan nice and hot. Avocado oil heats very nicely, very quickly. So I really, really liked using it. And just the color of it, it just is very, you could tell it's just very clean oil. So we're laying those in. Typically, you don't want to overcrowd the pan because it slows the cooking process, and things don't usually get cooked evenly when you do that. But in this case, I did put all of the tenders in, and it did work out. But as you can see, it's space for everyone. I had to turn these pretty quick because this pan does stick quite a bit. And before I put oil in, I usually spray it with some Pam, and I forgot to do that. So if you also have a pan like this, just make sure, you coat it before you start your cooking process. So this is the new taco sauce that I was talking about. When I tasted it, just right out of the pack, it is wicked awesome taco simmer sauce. It does taste really salty, so I'll use only about a tablespoon. But like tasting it on the chicken, it doesn't have that salty taste. So I took my chicken out to slice and pull, and I'm not forgetting to spray that pan. So this is our sliced and pulled chicken. I use the 2 forks to kind of pull it apart after I cut it with a knife. Coating my pan with just a little of the oil this time. Dropped in my onions, and it smells so good already. It's like 5 in the morning, and I know you can hear the birds chirping. All right, so now we add our garlic paste. I love garlic, so I use garlic in everything. I find a way to incorporate it in everything. Now that is our low sodium chicken broth, because I want that chicken to stay really juicy. Stir that in. The aroma is just amazing. So now we're adding back in our chicken. It was very tricky getting the angles. Filming myself and the way my kitchen is set up, I can't just put my stands right next to anything that I'm doing really. So yes, my space is very limited for the time being. So these are the remainder of the ingredients I need. I have my carb balanced spinach herb taco shells. They are flour. The ranch secret sauce, garlic butter with olive oil. I have mozzarella cheese, taco cheese, and I think it was Colby Jack. So I like to use the garlic butter on the pan. Garlic butter on the outside of the shell just adds something really good. So I lay my first shell down, start with all three of the cheeses, chicken, then, yes, all of that chicken on there. And then we use the ranch secret sauce, and I am generous with mine. I love the sauce. It reminds me of the quesadilla at Taco Bell. It has that type of tanginess. Topped with cheese, and then of course our last shell. Because they are garlic herb, I feel like they cook a little bit differently, so you just have to keep an eye on them. But I pressed it down to make sure that cheese is melting. And you see how the cheese is browning. That's how I know it's about ready. And I slice these up, and you have to try these. I don't use sour cream because I'm cutting out fats, but this is lunch. Stay tuned for dinner. All right, you all, it is 5 p.m., so you know what that means. It's dinner time, and I did listen to the poll. I did end up doing the fried chicken, side of veggies, rice, and cornbread. So this is that. Make sure you washing your fruits and veggies with the Fit Organic fruit and vegetable wash. And then I have all of my seasonings out. All right, so I know y'all gonna be like, what is this girl doing? I do put a little bit of cornmeal into my chicken flour, and it is strictly for texture purposes, okay? No other reason. So I start with the lawrys onto the garlic pepper, and it's safe to assume because our chicken has been sitting in buttermilk, it doesn't have as many of the seasonings like really coated on it as we started with. So I'm like repeating that process. So that's black pepper, our fire roasted Cajun twisted seasoning, our adobo all-purpose seasoning. We have obey. Have some chicken seasoning. And then we stir that all up, okay? And now we're on to the rice. It'll take about 20 minutes. So we start with our water. So it's 1 3/4 cups. Yes, and then we pour in our rice after we get the water boiling, stir it in, and reduce heat and let it simmer for about 20 minutes. All right, so our oil is not ready at all for our fried chicken. So we're gonna let that continue to heat. So it's been about 15 to 18 minutes for this rice. So I start to add my butter and my seasonings. Coarse sea salt. And I do not stir my rice during the remainder. So that's the roasted garlic herb. It's more of a poking process opposed to a stir. And I believe that was our black pepper there. All right, so as you can see, you don't even see the cornmeal. Okay, so it's like it's not even there. Like, dead ass. Don't come for me, okay? So I'm doing 8 wings per batch. And y'all, make sure that flour is seasoning. Has seasoning. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't play yourself, okay? Then I stirred in with a spoon. And my grease is still heating. So I am on to the cornbread. I don't have a cast iron. Every time I look for one, they don't have it. So I did spray it with the non-stick. You see me added my cornmeal, egg, milk. And then I get that like really lump free. I coat the bottom of my pan with butter. It's a lot of people don't, and that's completely up to you, but that's how I do it. Avocado oil for our green beans. Okay, 2 capfuls. So about like 2 teaspoons. Yes, I'm in love with this avocado oil, y'all. For real. So start with my black pepper. I do pre-season my veggies. Well, my green beans. Because I'm sauteing them. Adobo all-purpose seasoning. Ground turmeric. Turmeric is really good for the skin. Garlic powder. Onion powder. Green seasoning, which I know is going to be like standing out, but any green vegetable I have, I like to add green seasoning. And then that's our roasted garlic and herb seasoning from McCormick. I love McCormick. Old Bay, because Old Bay is also an all-purpose seasoning. And then I toss these bad babies together, making sure all of our seasoning is on. So our pan is hot for our green beans. I toss those in. Look how green they are. Like, if the veggies lose its color, I literally don't want it. Like, all right. And so I actually forgot to record the first batch. So this is actually the second batch of wings I'm dropping in. As you can see, that oil is nice and hot. Do not play. You need it hot. Like, if it's not hitting like this, it's not ready. Like, don't put it in there. Yes. And like I said, 8 per, you definitely don't want to overcrowd. So our green beans are getting a lot of attention. We hit it with some low sodium vegetable broth or vegetable stock. And then some Worcestershire. I'm pretty sure I said that right. All right, look at that color, y'all. All right, we'll be back to that. Don't worry. So look how green. And you can see that they're softening up. I like my veggies to still have a crunch, so I do not cook them completely down. But they still have quite a little bit of time left. But they are looking so good. And this when it gets fun. I've been on a teriyaki kick with my veggies lately. So I'll pour in my Lawry's teriyaki sauce. And it is so good. Oh, I'm telling you. I want you all to really experience this. But you can see like the seasoning. Like we don't like bland anything, okay? Like I don't want it if it's bland. Like I need layers of flavor. So stir that in and put that top back on. And I know you see this color. Like you could just tell when you bite into it, it's that crunch. Look at that. Don't play. Don't play. And I did end up leaving it in a little while longer. So I checked my green beans again because I feel like once I start adding sauces, it just, they wilt a little faster. And so they're almost completely perfect to where I like them. So just a few more minutes on those. And this is the point where I actually put my cornbread in. I just forgot. Cornbread is you preheat your oven at 400 and they are in there. Your cornbread is in there from 18 to 22 minutes. Look at that chicken. Like, and I know when y'all saw that cornmeal, y'all was about to have a fit. But look, we good. Look at that. All right, so before I take my cornbread out of the oven, I do butter the top. That's how my boyfriend likes it, so that's his technique. So my wings are out, and this is actually the spicy garlic sauce. I did do barbecue, and this is the complete. So on my plate is barbecue wings, my rice, some green beans, and my cornbread. I hope you all enjoy this meal. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more vlogs.